Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. And as always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be notified. Today we're going to talk about the video involving the lawsuit involving Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears and a couple of child actors who are suing actor and actress who's suing them both for misconduct. Now, this article comes from the Shade Room, and it reads, Tiffany Haddish, quote, deeply regrets, unquote, acting in skit named in child abuse lawsuit. Says it wasn't funny at all despite comedic intent. Let's get into this because I guess got a few layers we gotta get down under when it comes to this story, because I don't know, you don't know what they was thinking, why they would do a skit like this. And if you haven't seen it, I don't know if it's still up. I saw like bits, like snippets of it. Guy was kind of breaking it down, giving his take on it. And so I don't know if it's still up or not. I mean, it said, from what this article said, it was up for like 4 years before it was taken down. But if you haven't seen it, it's supposed to have been a comedy skit that was done a few years back with Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears. And it involved children. And the name of the video was, I think, through the mind of a pedophile, from the mind of a pedophile, eyes of a pedophile, something like that. And it was actually, the skit was basically Tiffany Haddish dropping, in the video they showed, it was just a little boy. I don't know what they got, with the girl or what have you. I haven't seen that. Wasn't really trying to look at what I saw. I just wanted to see the guy's breakdown of it. But it's like Tiffany Haddish is dropping her son off at the quote unquote uncle's house. And the uncle is, having these bad thoughts, these illicit, thoughts about this child, or doing things with the child, and actually doing, little innuendos and, doing stuff with the kid. Well, the kid is like 7. So they say, so he probably really didn't know what was going on, and in the way they did it, I don't think they knew what was going on for the most part, at least a 7-year-old. But like I said, Tiffany Haddish, like I said, her character was dropping off the son to the uncle's house. And it was crazy. Well, not crazy. What's thought off about it is she was dropping them off at like all hours of the night. Like one part, she dropped them off and she was supposed to go to the post office or something. And like at midnight, and the uncle was like, kind of post office opening up at midnight, and she's like being sarcastic, like saying, oh, it's like a 24-hour, I don't know, blah blah blah, just talking stupid. And then drop the boy off, and then it goes into the skit. According to the Shade Room, and let me get into some of this. I don't want to read the whole thing because, like I said, I just want to get really get my thoughts on the whole video as a whole. It said Tiffany Haddish, it says she's finally speaking out. Her statement comes days after a child sex abuse lawsuit named her and Aries Spears. Tiffany and Aries face allegations of battery, harassment, and abuse of a minor from 2 people only identified as Jane and John Doe. And there's a word I'm not using because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube, but it's the S 3-letter word. It's kind of silly that I got to do that, but how YouTube can be sometimes. It said at the center of the lawsuit are sketches, including one called Through a Pedophile's Eyes. Social media exploded with demands that the comedians address the allegations. Early Monday, Tiffany broke her silence. She released a statement expressing regret while saying she's limited on how much she can say. I think she was out of town. What's crazy too? Aries Spears had just put these videos out about Lizzo and talk bad about Lizzo. Now this is one layer right here. Talk bad about Lizzo and everybody came after him, because he said she looked like, a sack of potatoes and looking like, the poop emoji. out there flaunting her body in public, and people don't want to see this. And everybody got upset, said he fat shame. How can he fat shame? And he's big too. And he addressed it, and he said, I know I'm big too. He said, but I'm not gonna go out there, pretty much and expose myself in front of all these people. And he said, and best believe, he said, I've been a comedian for 30 years, same size and everything. You don't think I done get all the women I want? You know what I'm saying? I've got plenty of women, stuff like that. Cause yeah, there is a double standard, but that's life. Everybody know you can talk about a dude, but trust me, if a dude got money, dude got gift of gab, dude got sensitivity, he can get him a female. I mean, shoot, I done seen it happen so many times. It's ridiculous. I mean, just look at, hell, example, A-Ball, from A-Ball MJG, that dude got children. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now whether they use getting at him for his money, I think they're gonna get, big money for child support, or just maybe for clout. Just saying, hey, I was with Ari Spears, or with A-Ball, or with, Gerald Levert, or whoever. Who knows why they're doing, but the point is, as a man, a lot of times it can be done, but anyway, another story. So, it seems kind of coincidental that all of a sudden he talked bad about Lizzo, and then this lawsuit comes out. Just saying, I don't believe in coincidences, I believe in conspiracies. So who knows? Maybe they don't have nothing to do with one another. Maybe they do. We don't know, so you got to keep the speculation open, right? So anyway, I think Tiffany Haddish was out of town. And then she finally made this statement. Ari Spears has yet to say anything. Now they said that Tiffany Haddish lawyer saying that this is, the mom has been trying to get money for a while, extortion or what have you. Like they had a deep relationship, that they might have even been dating, and maybe she got mad because they broke up or something. And that happens too. That happens to women. I've seen them. They break up, and you break up. Y'all break up, and then all of a sudden they accusing you of some stuff that they're doing, being abusive to them. Then they accuse you of being abusive to the kids. Then they accuse you of not paying, not supporting your children like you're supposed to. A whole lot of stuff happens or comes from a woman that is scorned, or whether it's justified or not. But anyway, again, that's another story. So like I said, that's one layer. But anyway, she says, I know people have a bunch of questions. I get it. I'm right there with you. The statement said, unfortunately, it sounded like something she was saying. Unfortunately, because there's an ongoing legal case, there's very little that I can say right now. They said the siblings claim Tiffany befriended their mother before the abuse incidents. Per the suit, James says Tiffany convinced her to film a sexually suggestive video at age 14. Tiffany allegedly brought Jane to a commercial shoot in the summer of 2013 and taught her to mimic fellatio, per USA Today. Jane stated the interactions caused lasting trauma and that leaked into her dating life. She added that she's, quote, scared she will be taken advantage of, and led down a path. Led down a path. This is what they said. Led down a path of false trust, like the path that Haddish led her down. The suit says Tiffany offered to help 7-year-old John Doe film clips for a Nickelodeon audition reel the following summer. Instead, Tiffany allegedly took John to Aries' home, where they stripped the child down to his underwear for the pedophile title sketch. The skit tells the story of a mother who repeatedly leaves her son at home with an adult male played by Aries who lusts after him. Per the lawsuit, both siblings have developed social disorders. John Doe has developed a paranoia about people watching or recording him. He reportedly placed band-aids over the cameras on his electronic devices. For days, folks on social media debated whether the intention through a pedophile's eyes was to solicit laughs or bring awareness. The end of the sketch reportedly flashes a message about being mindful with choosing babysitters. In her statement, Tiffany confirmed comedy was part of the video intention, but admitted it missed the mark. Quote, but clearly while this sketch was intended to be comedic, it wasn't funny at all, and I deeply regret having agreed to act in it. I really look forward to being able to share a lot more about this situation as soon as I can. Hardest road. Another layer is, why would they do this if it's not a PSA? Now, you know, there are a lot of stories going around about the pedophilia in Hollywood. You see, what was that guy? I forgot that dog. What was the guy that had the island that went to jail? That found him hung in his jail cell. Whatever. It was like linked to Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and stuff like that. And they said he had an island with him. He would bring out a bunch of young girls out for these older dudes. You know, that is not, but hold on. Well, it's not really. We know it's like different definitions. You know, pedophile is like the little children, like the little kids, and there's another one where it's like, you know, teenagers and stuff. So it's like just to let you know, just a little tidbit of information. But like I said, there's a lot of stories, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about these types of acts going on in Hollywood. And it could be that in the entertainment business, period. And it could be that they was doing this to appease those people. You know, because again, why would you do this skit? Because I couldn't, you know what? Because, you know, and I'm going to say our community, stuff like this that they're making jokes about happens a lot more than we want to admit. If you ask a lot of guys, they will tell you, and I'm talking about boys, men, they will tell you that they was probably, and I'm going to say it like we said, they were probably messed with when they were kids by an older family member or a babysitter or a friend of the family. But they never say anything because of fear of ridicule and shame. One, they don't want to get the person that did it in trouble because they're like part of the family or close to the family. They don't want to see them get in trouble because then they'll feel bad. And then if it's just anybody in particular, you know, and they tell you don't tell, because you know, you see them guys, they say, you know, they would say like, you know, don't tell. If you tell, I'll do something to your family or whatever, or you better not say anything because people gonna laugh at you. You know, they'll say things to little kids to make them not say anything. So to me, I don't understand the point of trying to do a funny video unless you got paid a hell amount of money to do this. Cause, and again, they say the video been out for like 4 years before they took it down. So who in the heck saw it? What they say, Laugh or Die had it up? I'm like, I never heard of Laugh or Die. And like I said, who saw this and who thought this was funny? And then at the end of the video, it said, you know, be careful who you let babysit your kid, you know, how to pick a babysitter. I mean, again, this is a serious topic. This is a topic you don't make fun of. And you definitely, if you feel you got it, and I know he did a skit, and you know what I'm saying, and maybe he was trying to get, you know, raise the bar. Because remember he did a skit with Bill Cosby, about Bill Cosby. And people, you know, didn't like that too much. You know, so this is, maybe he was trying to one up that skit. I don't know if it came out before or after, whatever. Maybe he was trying, you know, trying to be controversial. Get people talking, looking and laughing at something, stuff that he may think is funny. And it ain't funny. Who knows? Maybe he went through it himself. I don't know who wrote the skit or whatever. Maybe they went through it themselves and maybe this was a coping mechanism. I don't know. But to actually use children, and I haven't seen the video. Well, I haven't seen the video of the teenager. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but to actually use children in a skit about this subject, that's just sick, man. That's just sick. And my thing is, and I know how we try to defend our people, and we don't we got our people's back. Well, we're supposed to have our people's back in public, but privately, we gotta, we chastise our people. But this is public now, and the world knows about it, so it's kind of tough. So it's like, do you counsel these two because of this, or do you say, I need to see more? I need to hear more about it, hear more, more information or facts before I make a decision. I think you can say that, but you'll have to. But I'll be like, I'm gonna have to hold off on watching anything they do or being associated with anything they do until I see exactly what was the purpose, what went on, and why would they do something like this. Because if it's just them just trying to be funny and using kids in these kind of in this environment, nah, it ain't cool at all. It said Andrew, I think that's one of okay, yeah. Last week, Tiffany's lawyer Andrew Bretler shot back at the suit allegation, dubbing them extortion. Andrew said the siblings' mother, Treza Morris, they put her name out there, interesting, previously tried to reach a $15,000 settlement with Tiffany over the video sketch. The siblings are seeking unspecified financial damages from Tiffany and Aries. Quote, every attorney who has initially taken on her case, and there were several, ultimately dropped the matter once it became clear that the claims were meritless and Ms. Haddish would not be shaken down. Now, Ms. Morris has her adult daughter representing herself in this lawsuit. The two of them together will face the consequences of pursuing this frivolous action, Andrew said. Meanwhile, the platform the comedians uploaded the sketch to quickly denied any involvement. They issued a statement calling the sketch disgusting. Again, it was up for 4 years. Amazing. Funny or Die found this video absolutely disgusting and would never produce such content. We were not involved with the conceptualization, development, funding, or production of this video. It was uploaded to the site as user-generated content and was removed in 2018 immediately after becoming aware of its existence. According to this timeline, the video was live on the platform for about 4 years before its removal. So, I, again, do not understand the purpose of the video. I mean, if it's not a PSA, but something like this, it shouldn't be a PSA, not at all. I've never ever seen a video where, or any kind of film where, when they dealt with the subject of, any kind of immoral acts toward children, that they actually used the kids in the video. Unless it was, well, I've never seen it, but unless you hear about it, where these actual pedophiles actually record these videos and then they post them online and share them for all their little pedophile buddies or whatever. And like I say, it's all just, I mean, it's just all sick. And like I said, it's nothing funny about it. Like I said, this happens all too often. It traumatizes a lot of kids. Man, you watch these TV shows, like there's a show on Netflix now called I'm a Killer, and these dudes, it's guys and females saying that they were assaulted as children by an older family member or older adult, or even people their own age, and it traumatized them, and it made them look at the world different, and it made them defensive, you know what I'm saying? It made them turn them to where they start doing drugs and alcohol and being promiscuous and stuff like that, and eventually end up, murdering somebody, committing crimes in and out of jail and stuff like that. People don't realize what this does to a child's mind. I even look at R. Kelly to the point to where I said I almost a little bit felt sorry for R. Kelly because of the stuff that came out about his childhood and the stuff that he went through and how he turned into the person that he turned to. The one thing that makes it to where I still don't listen to R. Kelly's music is because he still denies doing anything, although the evidence is there. Still denies it. When with the money and the influence that he had and he has, the man could have got help. And the people around him should have got him help. So thanks to them, that brother's in jail for at least 30 years. And the cat is on trial again right now. So that man may never see the light of day. Never. All because his family failed him while he was a child. And the people around him failed him as an adult. But he failed himself because when these allegations came out, all the way back to when he married Aaliyah, all the way back to when that video came out, and he tried to blame his brother or insinuate that it could have been his brother, that man should have got help then. That man should have went and got help in, and he didn't. And so that's why he's still in prison, and that's why I still don't listen to R. Kelly music. But anyway, tell me what you think about this, man. I ain't gonna ramble for too much longer. I just want to get that off my chest, man. But like I said, this is sick. Like I said, this is nothing to play with. Kids have been traumatized since so long, for generations of the generations. And until we actually address, now this might be a positive because it may bring the subject matter to the forefront, to where it is addressed and to where people can come out and speak on what they went through, and folks can actually take them serious. Because you got people, again, like I said, they're in prison, who probably wouldn't be in prison if stuff like this, if their innocence was not stolen from them at an early age. But it's nothing to joke about. But anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you think. Leave your comment below, and then share it with the world. And with that, I'll leave you peace, and I'll see you on the other side.